Thought maybe it wasn't my time yet. Well, good evening and welcome to the Orion Township State of the Township address. My name is Jim Dahlke, and I'm one of the pastors here at Woodside in Lake Orion. And I just wanted to say welcome. Thank you so much for being here. It's a privilege for us as a church to be able to host this event over the last number of years in the partnership with Orion Township. And honestly, we just love to be able to serve the community as much as possible. It's an honor to be a part of this community and partner with all of you. As we start this evening, they've asked me to pray. If you would, bow your heads and pray with me. God, thanks for today. Thank you for every person that sits in this room. Thank you for this beautiful, amazing community, a community that is made up of so many different people and amazing people that serve, people that show up, people that serve one another, and it's a gift to be able to be a part of it, God. So God, I ask that you just be with us this evening, and as we hear about all the things that are happening in our community, and be with us as we do so. In Jesus' name, amen. At this time, I want to invite part of Lake Orion's high school marching band as they're coming to play the Star Spangled Banner. I'd ask, as they come, would you give them a round of applause first? And then secondly, if you would, stand to your feet. Men, if you would, out of respect, remove your hats and face the flag.
Well, welcome everyone. How's everybody doing tonight? We are pumped because tonight we're talking about heroes. Pretty simple. It's what we're about here in Orion. So thank you for joining us. If you've ever been here before, you know we do things a little bit differently. We like to tell our story with some videos, high quality video acting. But we want to tell the story about our people. So tonight, I want to first start by thanking you all for being here, part of our community. I want to thank the team at Woodside. They've been incredible. Let's give them a round of applause for opening up their building for us yet again. Putting up a lot of crazy ideas. And if there was ever a time for a zip line entrance, which I've been working on for four years now, this was the theme, right? Zip line across, right? Where's our fire chief at? Let's boo him, because he said no again. But we're not just talking about the obvious heroes. We're not talking about Drew Feustel, who was a chief astronaut for NASA from Orion. Slight flex there. We're talking about the people sitting in this room, you, the people that really are our heroes. So as I was preparing for this annual address, which is a lot of fun, and the team gets all the credit, I had this vision in my mind of what a hero looks like. Here's what I thought our Orion hero looked like. Right? Does that look like me? But I want to tell you that's not a hero. That's not what a hero is. So 2 weekends ago, I had the incredible privilege to attend a leadership training with 16 mayors and one supervisor in Arlington, Texas at the Medal of Honor Museum. And we had the opportunity to get some leadership training from some captains. And we got to meet with Florent Groberg. Now, some of you may have heard of Florent because he is one of just under 4,000 Medal of Honor winners in the history of our military. With over 40 million service members, they've only awarded this honor less than 4,000 times. So Florent was in Afghanistan, and he saw a suicide bomber coming to attack. They were walking through a village, and he did what he was trained to do. He jumped on this person. The person detonated. It's amazing he's alive. People died. He survived, but he was honored for his service. So we got to hear from him up close and personal and hear his story. And I expected something larger than life. I expected an amazing story about valor and how he trained for this and all these things. But he said something totally different. He said, heroes don't really exist. It's human nature. It's in us, in every one of us. But we are required to act, and that's what I did. That's it. We could end right now. It's not perfect. It's not fearless. We're just required to show up and act. So that interaction just 2 weekends ago changed the trajectory of this presentation. We were going to talk about all these people that have done great things, and we still will. But what I really want to talk, and hopefully you leave with a challenge tonight, is that this room is full of heroes. And we have the opportunity to raise the bar. So as we always do, if you've been here before, you don't want to just hear from me clearly. So I hit the streets to talk to our residents and find out what they think about heroes. So take a look. We're talking today to our community about heroes and the heroes that live here. You are wise. You are a senior. Tell me, when I say the word hero, what comes to mind?
To me, a hero is someone who's very compassionate and really puts other people's needs before themselves and does that consistently.
A hero is someone that helps or inspires everyday people.
Someone who contributes to make a positive impact in other people's lives.
Do you see heroes in this building?
Absolutely, and I think that stems from our students all the way to the adults here in the building, no matter what position you are. My favorite thing is to see the students, though, step up and be heroes, and just those small acts of kindness every day, whether it's inviting someone to sit at your lunch table, whether it's taking the time to kind of talk to kids in the hallway, say thank you to staff members. Those are really my favorite moments.
Heroes are everyday people. They're everyday people that see that maybe their neighbor is struggling and they take them a meal. Or see that their friend just went through surgery and they take them a meal, or they pick up their kids for them from school. Everyday heroes are people that just care about their community, their friends, their neighbors, even about people they don't know.
Tell me about some of the traits of a hero in your mind.
I think a hero is someone who shows leadership. They aren't afraid to go out and do what others aren't doing.
Like someone who helps you? I think it's someone who helps you when you need it.
A person that goes in where others are running out of the problem, like a firefight, when we're going into a firefight, or in the fire service where the firefighters are going in where everybody else is running out. Those are the people that are heroes.
All right. And what would you say to that? And when you think of a hero, what are some characteristics or qualities of a hero?
I think that they're humble. They do what needs to be done when the event is taking place.
Shelby McCumber, who's here. Shelby was named the District Teacher of the Year, but even better than that, the Elementary Teacher of the Year for all of Oakland County. So first of all, Shelby, thank you for giving us a few minutes of your time. When you think of a hero, what does a hero mean to you, and maybe who is some of your heroes as you were growing up?
I think a hero is someone who does things selflessly. They don't do it necessarily for the reward for themselves, but for the impact on others and the people around them. And they're not thinking about how it will look on them. They're just thinking about what's the right thing to do and how to bring joy and support to others. And so that is kind of what I think of when I think of a hero.
Who's been a hero for you and why?
Really, all of my teachers from elementary to high school, staff and advisors, they've been a positive role model into what I want to become in the future.
I love that. Who is a hero in your life? Do you guys have any heroes?
Mommy.
Mommy? What about you?
Daddy.
Oh, why are they your heroes?
Because they take care of us, give us food, and a nice home to live in.
All right.
And they gave us lovely pets.
I can give you, for instance,
Okay.
Joe Zekwich, Joe Master Mateo.
All right. And why would you say they're heroes?
For what Joe Zekwich did on the USS Lexington in World War II concerning a kamikaze pilot, and Joe Master Mateo for his dedication to the memorial at the beginning.
My mom is my other hero because she works so hard every day, because my dad's the one mostly at work, and she just keeps helping us no matter what.
And your mom must have a lot of energy.
Yeah, and she's a very nice mom.
The heroes in my life are just kind of the people closest to me. My mom was a teacher, and she was kind of an unconventional teacher. She taught television and radio broadcasting. And so with that, she had brought home stories about the joy that she brought with students and how much she supported them and how she would go to things for them. And that was kind of setting up those building blocks for me to be that kind of teacher who does it for the kids and does it for making an impact on the greater good.
A hero moment would be for my educational careers to class. I go to Bland Sims to help out with 2nd, 3rd, and 5th grade. And I originally went there to help one student who has behavioral problems. And then once I started going there, I was the male role model that he needed to start succeeding. And then the other students followed in his footsteps.
Help others and treat others the way you want to be treated. They could probably help some of their friends or their family. I think they can help someone when they get hurt.
Well, I think you could look at the heroes that came before and copy them and pay attention and thank them for what they did.
I think just small acts of kindness, brightening someone else's day, and just really considering others before yourself is heroism in itself.
I would say be yourself and don't let other people's negativity dim your light.
Dang, that's incredible. Be an illuminator. So tell me, what is an illuminator?
So an illuminator is somebody who illuminates the positive and the good and the amazing things in their community. They're the ones that want to give back, they want to help, they want to make a positive difference in other people's lives and in their community and illuminate.
So there you have it. Yeah. They aren't doing it for themselves. Small acts of kindness. I'm going to shout out one of them here right now. Is Dr. Master Mateo here? I heard he's coming. There he is. There's one of our local heroes right there. Hey, Doc, thank you. And what I found out when I was interviewing those folks, it did change for me. I thought I was going to hear about all these amazing heroes, and I realized I was interviewing the heroes. People are happy here, and that doesn't happen by accident. It happens because people in this community show up for each other like no place else around here, and we see that all the time. So we have this idea what a hero looks like, but maybe it's even simpler than that. Here's the definition, and the part I like is unsung heroes in our communities. It's right out of the dictionary. So I want to tell you just for a minute a personal privilege about a few of my heroes, and some of them are here tonight. So I don't think of capes, I think about family. And my heroes, I want to start with my grandma, the matriarch of our family. There she is. And she tells everyone she's a great-great-grandma now. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But Grandma, thank you for leading our family. And she's had a tough battle, but we got her here tonight. So thank you, Grandma. And then certainly, if you have spent any time with me, you know the impact that my mother and my father had. We lost our mom a little bit over a year and a half ago. And my dad was a captain in West Bloomfield. We lost him at the age of 39. But my mom had this mantra to show up. And you're going to hear that throughout the night because that's what heroes do. And then I want to talk a little bit about my immediate family, the people that keep me going every day. And there they are on the screen. Unfortunately, most of my kids all three of my girls live in Nashville. And a special shout out right now, and my siblings are there, incredible support system, and Amanda and Ellie, but a special shout out right now to the birthday girl. It's Rachel's birthday today. It's her golden birthday. She's 30 today. She's watching from Nashville, so hi, Rachel. She better be watching, but maybe she's doing something more fun. And she's my favorite daughter because she brought me Cole. So there you go, Cole. He's a hero in training. You can see here, he was just at Disney. He's trying to be Simba. He's training with the Incredibles. He's got his Mickey ears. That's him riding a horse in Nashville. He's off to a great start. And I looked up in the dictionary, how many pictures of your grandkid is gratuitous? And it's 5. So there's the 5th one. And Amazon loves me. He just modeled that yesterday for this presentation. But so excited to have, those are my heroes. It's because they show up for me in my life. And another group that shows up every single day for this community and for you all, and we are so blessed, is our incredible Board of Trustees. So if you could all stand here, the board, where are you? I hope they're here. They're here. I know Matt's in training up north, and I want to give a very special shout out to John Carson in the middle. The community's been lifting him up. This is his first public appearance. Yeah. I don't know, but I know when I visited him in the hospital a couple months ago, did not look very good, and he's got some new parts in his heart. And so we're so glad you're here, John. And the community's been lifting you up. You are a hero. Yeah. And then the team that gets 100% of the credit for all the great things that happen in this community. Anybody on Township staff, please stand up. We have one model, one goal. Our motto is, we provide the best service in local government. So thank you. Thank you for being amazing. And we do that, and I usually save this slide for the very last part of my presentation, but we're going to end a little differently today. So we like to show how do we stack up, because the number one job we have is to spend your dollars, and hopefully we do that in a very conscientious way, and we do. So that screen shows us there in the middle where the red arrow is, stacked up to our neighbors, what our per capita spending is to operate our government, and we still are among one of the lowest in the whole region. So congratulations to our board. We are working really hard for you. And then one more group I want to shout out before I jump into another group of heroes is our Youth Advisory Council. This started about 10 years ago. We took a little break during COVID. They are back this year better than ever, and I'm so proud of them. You saw some of them on the stage. You'll see some of them tonight downstairs after the presentation. But we are working with them for our first ever 8th grade government day on May 21st. This group of young leaders is inspiring the next group of young local heroes coming behind them. So let's give them a round of applause as well. So, you know, I like to try to make this interesting. Nobody wants to hear me talk for an hour, even my family, maybe Grandma. Is that okay, Graham? But we always try to find videos to make this presentation more interesting, to show you what's going on in a different way, in different voices. This is remarkable. We're doing some research for America 250, and we came across this footage of how our community was founded. Anybody know Jesse Decker was our first supervisor? He was one of the first settlers here. Check this out. This is incredible. Alas, friends, we gather today to form our new town, Canandaigua.
It's only fitting that we name the town based on where we came from, Canandaigua, New York.
Yeah, I really don't see that name sticking. I envision a day where we will be called Orion.
Orion, sir? Don't you mean Orion, the great hunter of Greek mythology?
No, I mean Orion.
Why are you pronouncing it that way?
I don't know. It's just the way it is. Our town of Orion will grow into a great commercial center. We will have a sawmill, places of business, a tavern, and schools that people will move here specifically for, only to complain about them as soon as they get here.
Should we adopt a mascot to represent this new utopia? Perhaps an eagle or a wildcat?
Or perhaps land of 42 lakes, a bass or a pike?
No, none of those things. We will have a mascot that will strike fear into the heart of every man. A dragon.
A dragon, sir? But those don't really exist.
Yes, they do. I saw one on the lake. It was 80 feet if it was a foot.
Okay, whatever.
Sir, with 42 lakes, can I get a lake named after me?
Judah, yes. We will name a lake after you.
What about us, sir?
Yeah, what about us?
Moses, Jane, Alexander, no. Every one of our 42 lakes will be creatively named. For example, that square-shaped lake over there. We will call that Square Lake.
What about the one next to it, sir? The smaller one?
We will call that Little Square Lake.
I saw a really long lake over that away.
Alexander, we will call that Long Lake. And the lake over there will be called Round Lake.
And what about the muddy one where we go fishing?
We will call that Mud Lake. We'll creatively name every single lake here. We'll even number some of them.
How many numbers, sir?
Just one.
Which one?
The 16th lake.
We're surrounded by rough terrain. How we travel and connect the communities?
Initially, we will travel by train, but then we will develop roads that will lead us into every direction.
Aye, that sounds wonderful and efficient. Will I have a road named after me?
Yes, Judah, you will.
And us? We will have roads named after us as well?
No.
Will my road be as glorious as my lake?
And some roads will be connected by roundabouts.
Roundabouts, sir? How exactly do the roundabouts work?
Nobody knows. You just close your eyes and hope for the best.
That sounds terrifying.
How will we communicate with each other? Mail is slow. There has to be a better way.
We will be able to hear each other's voices over great distances through something we will call the telephone.
Oh man, that's a miracle.
Precisely. And eventually we will even carry these small telephones in our pockets, so we'll be accessible at all times.
It sounds like the pinnacle of communication.
It is. And eventually we will be able to communicate through an intricate system of wires.
And roundabouts, sir?
No, it doesn't work that way.
Will we use these wires to communicate with the county?
Ah, yes, Alexander. We will use these exact same wires to communicate with the county.
And the county will use these same wires to respond back to us?
No. And we will communicate on something called social media, where people will share pictures of their pets and pictures of the meals they ate and mundane topics that no one really cares about.
Surely this will unite us as a society.
Oh, you would think. It will allow people that have never attended one of our meetings to have the strongest opinions about them.
Mercy me.
It will be a place where people will gather to complain about roads and taxes and businesses, to their longing for a restaurant called Filet of Chicken and garbage
Sir, somebody will always pick up the garbage.
But future leaders will rise from our great land. Our descendants will illuminate the darkness. They will fill this world with kindness and light, and they will be hailed as heroes.
Aye.
To Orion.
To Orion.
To Orion.
All right. Nate Bargatze has nothing to worry about. But shout out to our building official, Dave Goodlow, Jimmy Johnson, I think he's here, from the Orion Historical Society, Sam Timko, Chief of Staff, and Aaron Wiley, Parks and Rec Director. They are also not quitting their day jobs. But we had a little bit of fun with that. Listen, I want to give a special shout out to a local hero who was our March Citizen of the Month, the person that helps us pull off all these crazy ideas, and he has some of them on his own, and that's Joe Johnson. I believe Joe's here. Where's Joe? There's Joe. So, Joe is so creative, and we laugh so hard when we do these things. He's the only one we're talking about tonight that actually is a real superhero. But thank you, Joe, for your putting up with us and helping us tell our story in a really creative way. So let's shift gears a little bit here and talk about a few categories of our heroes. And I want to start with first, heroes who teach. And we heard from one of them earlier, our Teacher of the Year. Where's Shelby McCumber? I believe Mrs. McCumber. There she is. Congratulations, Shelby. Thank you for being here. This is the reason why a lot of people actually move to our community. Our schools continue to shine, and it's not just because of the programs, it's the people that lead them. So take a minute here and listen to our superintendent on an update of their heroes.
Heroes are often thought of as people who step into extraordinary moments, but just as often, they are those who consistently show up with quiet strength, compassion, and purpose. In public education, this kind of heroism is on display every day. Educators and school staff take on roles that extend far beyond instruction. They become mentors, advocates, problem solvers, and sources of stability for their students. In classrooms filled with active learning and thoughtful instruction, hallways where quick check-ins and encouraging words make a difference, offices that provide guidance and reassurance, cafeterias that foster connection and inclusion, and buses where each day begins and ends with care. They meet challenges with resistance. They adapt to ever-changing needs while staying focused on student growth and well-being. They celebrate successes, guide students through struggles, and foster environments where young people feel seen, valued, and capable. This daily commitment demands patience, empathy, and an unwavering belief in the potential of every student. Lake Orion Community Schools is powered by an exceptional team of more than 1,000 dedicated staff members, including over 500 highly qualified teachers who bring expertise, passion, and commitment to their work each day. Notably, more than 80% of our teaching staff hold master's degrees, reflecting a deep investment in professional growth and instructional excellence. Our schools are truly rooted in the community, with over 430 staff members proudly calling Lake Orion home, strengthening the connections between our classrooms and the families we serve. This year, many of our educators and staff have been recognized with prestigious awards and honors, a testament to their outstanding contributions and the culture of excellence that defines LOCS. Our strong student achievement data further reinforces the impact of this work, demonstrating consistent growth across grade levels and content areas. Through intentional instruction, targeted interventions, and a focus on meeting the needs of every learner, students continue to make meaningful academic progress. These results are a testament to the collective efforts of staff who remain committed to using data to inform practice, celebrate growth, and ensure all students are supported in reaching their full potential. The heroism found in education is not defined by a single moment, but by a pattern of care and dedication over time. Through their actions, public education staff shape not only academic outcomes, but also confidence, character, and future possibilities, making them true heroes in the lives they serve. LOCF staff are everyday Dragon heroes and difference makers.
All right. Thank you, Superintendent Mercer. And thank you for being here. Say hello, Heidi. Appreciate our partnership with our schools, our amazing schools. And I want to take a minute to highlight some incredible students that are doing something remarkable as we speak, literally. The Hydra Dragons. So they are a group of middle school students that are currently in Houston, Texas, competing on the national stage. I'm going to let you hear from them what they're doing, and I'm going to give you a really cool update as soon as we hear this message.
Hi, my name is Santi.
And I'm Augusto.
And the recent successes for the Hydra Dragons were winning the Inspire Award, which is the most prestigious award, and winning all 3 of our competitions by winning the Robot Alliance.
Now, moving on to helping out our community. I think our biggest achievement was Forgotten Harvest in the Village Food Pantry by changing lives and the community.
In our Heartland qualifier, we won the Design Award, and in our Novi qualifier, we won the Connect Award. We also won states, like as I said, we won Inspire and Robot Alliance, so we got a ticket to Worlds.
Hi, my name is Daniel, and we are so grateful to be representing Lake Orion at the World Competition FTC. We are going to be going against countries such as Kazakhstan, Morocco, Romania, China, and way many more. Our team is made up of only middle schoolers, but at the World Competition, we're going to be versing people all the way through high school. And please cheer us on at the World Competition to represent our city, Lake Orion.
All right, you buddy, you got it. We're going to cheer them on right now. Let me tell you what they did. So more importantly than the fact that they're representing us and the winning that they're doing is what they've done for our community. First of all, no disrespect to former Supervisor Matt Gibb, they're the most eloquent group that's ever presented at a township board meeting, by far. This group of students has volunteered over 837 hours. That was when I took the snippet before. And not to build robots, to work here for the Forgotten Harvest food distribution on Mondays through the summer. The Village Pantry, which is part of Woodside, they volunteered. They raised $30,000 to go to Houston, but they did a book drive for people that can't afford books. They are the true heroes in our community. And I've been texting. They're literally competing today and tomorrow in Houston, and then if they do well, they'll move on. Their coach, Carrie, as we speak, she just texted me 7 minutes ago and said, we just won the last match. It was a nail-biter, guys, and I don't know if this was against Kazakhstan, but they won 268 to 258, and they won their earlier match when we were in here practicing. So I thought it would be really cool to send them some love from us. So who's in? So we have not practiced this, but I said, do they have a cheer they do? Do they do something? And they said the cheer is, let's go Hydra. So I'm assuming it's like, let's go Hydra. Clap, clap, clap. All right, we got it? So we're going to try to do something here. And I'm going to send this to them. And then you should all post about them the next couple days and cheer them on and pray for them and root them on, because how awesome are they doing for us? All right, so everybody ready? Let's go. All right, do we need to practice? We got this, all right? This might not work, but we're going to try. All right. Hello, Hydra Dragons. Supervisor Barnett checking in from Orion Township. Congratulations on your last win, 10 points. I just told a few of my friends, and we have an amazing message for you. We're back here rooting you on at home. So, friends, let's do this. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go. All right. We're so proud of you, but we're more proud of you for the volunteerism you've done in our community. So let's give them one more round of applause. All right, get that W. I hope I recorded that. I did. I'm going to send it right now. See if we get any real-time feedback. We didn't practice this. I literally texted her in last video, and I said, they have 5 matches tomorrow. You can go on, I'm sure Mark Snyder from schools is sharing their updates, but you can also go, they have a Facebook page as well. It'd be awesome if we got them a bunch of followers tonight. But how incredible is that? Those kids have learned what showing up means, right? All right, we're going to shift gears a little bit to some more traditional heroes, the heroes that protect. And if you want to understand what Orion Township is about, this is a good place where we start. We don't just talk about safety, we heavily invest in it. We have consistently been named one of the safest communities in our entire state of Michigan, and we remain there. But I want to highlight a couple of those heroes that have done so much for our community over the last several decades. So first and foremost, I want to recognize 2 of our amazing female deputies. That picture on the screen, I'm going to get killed for having their pictures up. But the picture on the screen of all of us was on my phone from 2013. So Sarah Myers is retiring next Friday after 28 years of service. And Sherry Will is retiring tomorrow. 29 years. Sherry Will's retiring tomorrow after 27 years of service. And I believe Sherry is here. Where's Sherry? Sherry. Congratulations. We are so blessed. Together, those 2 ladies who have been protecting Orion for as long as I've been here and longer have dedicated 56 years to keeping our community and our Oakland County safe. And they are incredible people, and we're so grateful. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And then I want to thank Lieutenant Weir, who we just were getting to know, and we're just breaking him in as our substation commander. Is he here tonight? He's over here, all right. There he is. And I found out that the sheriff had bigger plans for him, so he has been promoted, and congratulations. He's over all of Road Patrol, I believe, now. And so thank you, Keith, for your service and friendship. But the good news is, as you could see from that first video, we already broke in his replacement. And the very first day, or maybe the second day, Maria and I said, we got to get Darren. Like, the fire chief always saves the baby. What's the police do? They save the donuts. Darren, Lieutenant Z, who's become, he's been part of our community for years. We recognize him as our Citizen of the Month in December as he got promoted to lieutenant. We had no idea in just a few short months we'd be welcoming him back. So Darren, where are you at? Thank you for being a great sport. Oh, he's over there. All right. Thank you, Lieutenant Z. We are so blessed. So just as a snapshot, because we like to share this information, and that's part of this State of the Community address, is what are our departments up to? Over 21,000 calls, 21,000 moments where people in our community needed help. And guess what? The sheriff's office showed up. And we are both our police and fire millages have expired. They're up for renewal, so we will be doing that this summer. We'll be educating you all. But we really do believe that safety matters, and we will remain one of the safest communities in our state, and we are willing to invest in it. So thank you to the board for their support, our great partners at the sheriff's office. More to come on that. But we like to highlight one little piece of the police that we don't see too much of, because a lot of times we do these in the winter, we're filming and the weather's cold, but we're able to catch a little ride along with our sheriff's office boat patrol on the lake. Check this out.
Jack, listen, Rochester Hills has amazing shopping, great neighborhoods, we're a safe place, but, you know, admittedly, we don't have this. We have maybe a few big puddles that might qualify.
You know what? Here in Oxford, you know, we don't have lakes. We have over 42 gravel pits that we're pretty proud of. Must be the pain.
Nice time. What's that?
Excuse me, gentlemen, in the barge-shaped vessel, pull over for me.
Evidently, he doesn't know who we are, Brian.
Guys, honestly, I think that rig is safer in a puddle.
You know, we don't have lakes like this in Oxford. You know, maybe we could borrow one.
Gentlemen, borrowing lakes isn't how it works. You might want to stick to your ponds and your pits.
Oh, this guy's got an attitude, eh?
Come on, man.
Jeez.
Wonder who pays his salary.
Okay.
Guys, I'm going to let you go on this one. I think it's a good idea you stick to dry land. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Vacation my ass.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, what are they doing out here? Look at those guys. Who's that?
Looks like that supervisor from Oxford and maybe that mayor from Rochester Hills over there.
Brother, what is this thing? Is that a boat or a kid's science project?
Lake Orion's for big boats, not bath toys.
I hate to admit it, but Chris does have some pretty good lakes out here.
All right. Real, actual footage. They got off with a warning, but thank you to my big bro for playing along with a lot of our stuff tonight. And did Jack make it here? My friend from Oxford. He's a little bit under the weather. He's hoping to get here. And we're not quitting our day jobs, clearly. Let's shift to the other heroes, the heroes that protect us in fire and EMS. And they also have been extremely busy. We had our highest call volume in our department's history. And if you remember the evolution over the last 10 years or 11 years, in 2015, we went to full-time fire service. We were mostly a volunteer, paid-on-call fire department up until then. And then in 2021, we made the big jump to have our first responders become paramedics, buying ambulances and transporting. Over 72% of our medical calls last year, we actually did transport. But what does that mean to you? That's a higher level of service. That's a quicker response time. That is the best service in local government. So we had an amazing incident, scary, but amazing incident, and the local resident wanted to share a little bit of her story, so check this quick video out. You had a pretty interesting start to your month of December, Penny.
I did.
So do these names mean anything to you? Joe Callahan, Jillian Freeman, Alan Adorjan, Alan Muxlow, Anthony Schaefer, Blake Danzer, and Kirk Wagoner.
These are the first responders that responded to your emergency and provided the rescue efforts needed in order to bring you back to life.
And so what we know and what we can tell you, because you don't remember much of it, if any, and I'm sure it was an extremely stressful time, but I'll just read this. Our crews were called to help you. You were not conscious nor breathing. Due to the criticality and complexity of this emergency, we sent 2 of our fire station teams to support you. They intubated you, which they took over your breathing, and they started compressing your heart. They interpreted heart rhythm after heart rhythm, delivering over half a dozen defibrillations. So you were getting buzzed, shocked.
7 times.
Yeah, these crews regained your heartbeat and then transported you to the hospital, and miraculously, here you sit.
The one that zapped me, I've talked to him, and in my pajamas, he's smiling at me. I'm like, why is he smiling? Well, I asked him, I said, are you the one that zapped me twice? He said, no, I'm the one that zapped you 7 times and you flatlined on me twice. My daughter was on the phone when it was all going on, I don't know, with one of the firemen or something, I think, somebody. And she just says, my mom alive? And he said, well, I don't have a pulse, I can't pronounce right now. Yeah. And she just fell down the steps, lost it.
This is a success story because 7 years ago, we didn't provide these services for our residents. We relied on an outside company who wasn't always reliable, but now we have trained professionals in all 4 of our fire stations, 24/7, 365, that can do all the things that needed to be done. Well, here you are, alive and well.
Here I am.
Thank you for telling your story, and thank you for supporting the men and women of our fire department. Anything you want to say to wrap us up here?
Just thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Awesome, thank you.
They did a great job.
Awesome, thank you. So we're highlighting more stories like that. Yeah, incredible. We had about a 10-minute conversation. We had to snip it way down, but it's a really emotional story that we'll share more of that in the days to come. But this is the team that that saved her life. And the remarkable thing is I get the opportunity to go down to the county multiple times a year while our team gets these Life Save Awards. So let's give a huge round of applause to our fire personnel. Is Penny here by chance? She was going to maybe come. I don't see her. Okay. As we continue the evolution of the fire department, as you kind of heard in the video and what I told you before, we will again be asking our residents for your support again this August as we continue to build out our long-term strategic plan for the fire department. More to come on that. But beyond the daily calls, we have what's called the Orion Firefighters Association, a voluntary organization built by the firefighters, men and women of the fire department, that they absolutely show up for this community, for your community. They're at every community event. They provide scholarships. They raise funds. They have a benevolent fund. When someone gets burned out of their home, they're putting them up until their insurance kicks in. They are doing a fundraiser for the Lung Association Sunday at Ford Field, Fight for Air Climb. They had me do that a few years ago at the Ren Center, almost killed me. So I'll probably cheer this time. And they have a golf outing to help fund some of these things coming in September. So if you are all interested in supporting the great work of the Firefighters Association, we would love your support. And you can find the men and women in uniform around the room or downstairs after. So let's shift gears a little bit and talk about heroes who build community, heroes who build our community. We're living as a vacation. Now, come on, did anybody think I was going to get through this without saying that? And we're going to keep it that way. We're talking parks, we're talking recreation, we're talking about quality of life things. Our Parks and Rec team is killing it. We have received multiple awards, statewide awards. You'll see some of the folks behind me and above on the screens. For our Wildlife Wednesdays, our social media campaign where we're capturing all the wildlife that is found in our community. Our innovative park design at Heritage Park, that park that looks like a tree from above on Baldwin that didn't exist until a year or two ago. We received a TAP grant from SEMCOG. I see SEMCOG is in the house. Thank you. Transportation Alternatives, $825,000 to build a boardwalk along that tough section of Mabee Road. The good news is we have 42 lakes. The tough news is we have 42 lakes. We need lots of boardwalks to build paths. We received a grant recently from American Bloom and the CN Railroad to build out our Friendship Park Historic Village, thanks to Jimmy Johnson and the Orion Historical Society, who's had a vision, and Matt Gibb, bringing Howard School there in the Porritt Barn, and we are going to bring that to a place where we can bring students and events to see how things were back in the old days. And the Fire Bowl out at Camp Agawam, still a hidden gem, thanks to the friends of Camp Agawam, John Carson, who we mentioned, and Julia Dalrymple, and neighbors and friends who've raised thousands and thousands of dollars to turn that into an incredible venue hidden in the woods. Second coolest venue in town. I'll show you the first in a minute. And then we had a great event in the fall, our Parks in Progress event, where we took folks on a tour showing them all the great amenities. Yes, we are growing, friends, but we are doubling down on our parks and recreation resources. The Orion Recreation Center was unveiled that day, the most creative name in the history of recreation centers. Great job. I'm not salty. Over 320,000 visits. That's not usage, that's connection. That's families, that's friends, that's neighbors choosing to be together, showing up together. And our active aging group, well, they don't love the roundabouts. Joanne, am I right? I knew I could count on Joanne. I meant to shout you out on the earlier roundabout. They work, Joanne. Former Supervisor Joanne Van Tassel, and great friend. It's so good to see you, too, yeah. No one has done more for this community than Joanne, sincerely. 50-plus years of service. But our active aging group is loving it. Becky is here, our Silver Sneakers leader. There she is. She kicked my butt last year. I'm going to come back for more. But they're getting 50 people to show up for their classes. We took a risk, and it is working. So thank you for supporting us. And then thanks to our partnership with our great school district, we took a piece of property that was a Pine Tree School that could have been 33 homes and was going to be probably 33 homes. And we were able to make a deal that worked out for both of us and to save this space in our community. So we have Pine Tree Park. That's what we are envisioning. We're going to tear the school down, hopefully keep the gym, build some great places for people to meet. It is going to be another great amenity in our community. We continue to invest in the reason people live here. We're living as a vacation. And we have some fun, too. You could have clapped. I heard one person trying to. Thank you. We have a lot of activities, too. We have runs. We have all kinds of runs. It helps that Maria on my team is an avid runner. And Alicia, who's our new Orion fire admin, we didn't even know this before we hired her, but she apparently used to and still wins all our races. So there's Alicia winning the Dragon Dash. And then we started these other runs. And the reason for this triathlon that's happening in Camp Agawam is because we have all these amenities. How many people in this community still have never set foot in these great places? So we are trying to get you out there and see. So congratulations to all our parks team. And I want to, as we kind of turn the corner on events, I want to close on the events page with our partnership with Orion.events. We are entering our 5th year. Sixth. I'm sorry. 6th. We had the best summer last year, and if you can see, you can't see, but you can go to their website, Orion.events, and see we have the best lineup of concerts all summer long, and all the ones that have yellow writing are free. Tons of free concerts, and we're going to end the season with an amazing 9/11 ceremony on the 25th anniversary of 9/11, a very respectful event we'll have all day that will culminate in a country concert, and thanks to retired Fire Chief Bob Smith. I think he's probably here someplace. There he is, who's leading that effort, the director of our Veterans Memorial. So we are on a roll, and yes, we're even getting our dogs in on the action. So we launched Bark Rangers just this week. Check them out. There they are. There's our Bark Rangers. That picture on the top left is Mila. She was working late last night in my office. And some of these things will be available for you to grab on the way out. We're proud of what we're doing and the brand we have here. So let's move on as we round the corner here. Heroes who take risks. These are the key economic drivers in our community, the people that put their money where their mouth is, that invest in our community, because every community needs investment. So first, we have an amazing, thriving Chamber of Commerce, and we want to thank Joyce Donaldson, our president and CEO. I'm sure she's here. Thank you, Joyce. And we get to go to all the ribbon cuttings, and the most important decision you make as you open a business here is you first join the Chamber. But every business you see started with someone taking a risk, someone that believed in our community. I want to talk for a minute about the Skelnick family. I see Ryan there. Hi, Ryan. Ryan Skelnick. They have an absolutely beautiful state-of-the-art dealership that will open on, I heard May 14th, May 11th. Ryan says May 11th. May 11th. But it's incredible to see a local family that lives here. Ryan lives here. His father, Rich, lives here, reinvesting and doubling down in our community. And sticking with the dealerships, the Wally Edgar family gave $40,000 last year to our community foundation for their 40th anniversary. And the Gowling family and John Cooper, if you don't know John Cooper, you don't know Orion, who hosts the Holly Jolly Folly, and literally any event that needs help, they step up. We are so blessed to have community businesses that show up. I'm going to tell you about a new restaurant that's opening. George and Claudio, dad, father, son, Fishta. Are you gentlemen here? Oh, there they are. They're being quiet. All right, welcome. They have a restaurant in Ferndale. They're opening a restaurant in Orion right after Mother's Day. George texted me today, hopefully. Lake Orion Brunch. And it's so beautiful inside. It's at that plaza on Lapeer Road. And they are going to be so successful because of the support of our local businesses. And AccuFelt. You see it coming out of the ground next to Palazzo de Bacci. AccuFelt is the leading maker of soft architectural products that shape how spaces. Dramatic pause. Someone controlling this back. All right, sorry. If I knew this well enough, shape how spaces sound and feel. So we are so excited to see them. That's their team at their groundbreaking, putting the shovel in at this incredibly beautiful state-of-the-art facility that will be their North American headquarters. They have other facilities overseas. So we're really grateful to Barry Turin, the president, and we're joined tonight by VP of Operations, Al Hartman. Where are you at, Al? Don't be shy. There's Al. Thank you, Al, for your investment in our community. And a few of us got to visit their existing site that they've totally outgrown, and they have such a cool, unique think space. It feels very much like Google. Very creative, awesome space. And then everyone's been concerned about Basketball America, these legacy buildings and businesses that have lasted forever. And I'm excited to announce tonight that Travis Height is a local resident. He has purchased Basketball America, and he's going to turn it into the Lake Orion Sports Center. Yes. He's very excited. He is not here tonight because it's his birthday, and his daughters wanted him to have cake with him. And so, happy birthday, Travis, and thank you for investing in our community. And then, this is the big one. This is the one we've been asking for. You have been asking for in every single community survey since I've started this job. We need more and better grocery options. Well, I can't tell you the name. I thought I would be able to. I can confirm that we have landed a high-end national grocer that will build their first location in Michigan, right here in Orion Township on the Baldwin Corridor. This is amazing. You asked, we delivered. There will be a big announcement soon, but we can't talk about investment without talking about the big one, General Motors. Yes, clap. You can clap for that. Whether you want the Silverado, the Sierra, or the Escalade, those will all be built right here in Orion Township. We had the opportunity in September to go to GM Day at the Capitol, and Treasurer Pfeiffer, Clerk Dalrymple, and myself got to meet with North American President Duncan Allred and hear the excitement in his voice about choosing Orion for this investment. So last summer, General Motors announced a $4 billion investment in domestic manufacturing to increase U.S. production in some of its most popular vehicles, which are behind me. These are the largest, most popular, and most profitable vehicles in all of GM's portfolio. So if you want something for sustainability of your facility, you want these things. So Orion Assembly is preparing to launch the production early next year, and it will be, when it opens, General Motors' largest and most advanced assembly plant in America, right here in our community. So, yes, it's amazing. I want to thank two friends that have become friends, John Urbanic and David Michael. John is, where are you guys gentlemen at? There you are, yeah. John is the plant executive director, and David Michael is my brother from the UAW, 5960 shop chairman, but they have been so good. We're like family, and we can't be more excited about what you guys are doing. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, we're proud of you guys. Building these larger products also means the plant needs a little more room and a little more suppliers to grow. So you'll see and you'll feel some of that happening, but we support GM because GM supports our community. And this will equate to thousands of jobs in our community. You'll see that the Orion Mod Center, that's where the bed liners we put in, is on Silverbell. The GM will have their Holloway lot behind the new Sheetz gas station, and the train will run again. It will start again, yes. Mixed emotions there, guys. But we are pumped about being the future of General Motors, and if you aren't, well, you probably know somebody that works for them. So, and then this just came yesterday. This the Sunoco on Jocelyn is finally happening. They're going to rebuild. That's a beautiful rendering, and I just said we got to throw it in there because it takes risk takers to make these jumps. We have these large investors coming in and building these big facilities, but when you have these small mom and pops, I actually went to school with a gentleman that owns this gas station, and we talked them into making these investments. They do it because they see what's happening with GM in our greater community. And then infrastructure. You always have to have infrastructure in your State of the Community address. And as most of you know, we aren't responsible for the roads, but we have great partners at the Road Commission. And this picture was taken actually this morning. That is not the tarmac of a war-torn country. That is Roar Road. And anybody that lives over there, Trustee Flood, knows that's exactly what it looks like. So we're excited, and thank you to the Road Commission for giving us multiple road projects this summer. Roar Road will be done, Morgan Road, near there as well, Maybe Road. And then in 2027, we'll get Scripps. Does anybody think the road heading into the school complex needs to be redone? Yeah, okay, that's getting done next year. Baldwin will get resurfaced from Indianwood south. So we're excited about that. Thank you to our partners at the Road Commission. And I want to kind of end with the people that actually inspire me. Why are we doing what we do? What's really important to us? And by the way, quick update. I'm about to do this right when it happened. I did get a text back, guys, and it worked. We are sitting 17th out of 57 with a record of 3-2-0. Thank you so much for the message with a whole bunch of green hearts. So it worked. So we got to push them. Tomorrow we're going to get those Hydra Dragons 5 W's. But my favorite place over the last few years to spend my time is out at the Miracle Field. If you haven't been, you need to go. And heroes live and work there. Where is Susie? There's Susie. Susie and Steve, they go together. And Steve's there every week, Susie is. Steve took my job as the announcer. I'm not bitter about it because he's way better than me. And when I show up, he lets me still have a mic and chirp at the kids. But we built this field without raising one penny of taxes. It was all donations. Ryan Skelnick's wiffle ball group raised tons of money. This was a true community miracle. And every Saturday, and other days too, you can see the schedule here, and you won't be able to see it because it's small. And Tuesdays and Thursdays also, we have games. And we started with just a couple teams in 2019, and now we're busting at the seams. It's incredible. There's volunteer opportunities, but even better than that, just go up there and watch a game. If you don't smile in the first minute you're there, there's something not right with you. This is a place where heroes live. And I'll tell you who the real heroes are, those players. It's incredible. They change your lives. And then, yep. And then our great partners at the library, they're celebrating. And Chase, where's Chase? Is Chase McMunn here? There's Chase. He's agreed to do some of these corny videos with me. And they still answer my phone calls, too, which is remarkable. I think that's the power of Joe Johnson. But tomorrow, they're celebrating their 100th year, 100 years. They have big plans that you're going to hear more about this summer. But are there still tickets available for your Denim and Diamonds event? There are. So Chase is right there. You can see Chase. But one of the strong parts of our community, if you have kids, they learn life lessons in that library. And then we are launching this, and if you probably have seen it, but there's still time if you didn't get in on this. Well, first I'm going to tell you about some of our constellation, our heroes. It's a social media campaign we started a couple months ago where every week or so we're taking someone and we're shining the light on them. And you can see Josh is our figure skater that's doing great things. Andy Schramek got inducted into the Hall of Fame as a baseball coach for Lake Orion High School. We have Alec, who's on our planning commission. People that are heroes, people that are showing up for our community. So if you know anyone, tell Maria. But we'd love for you to follow our social media channels and so we can shine the light on the great things happening. And one of those great things is going to be happening very soon on the Baldwin Corridor. We are going to be recognizing, in conjunction with America 250 and with the great partnership we have with the Veterans Memorial, on the banners all the way down Baldwin will be our hometown heroes. For $100, you can sponsor one of these, and we're going to have these up all year long. And we are highlighting heroes. I'm going to point out a couple of them. First, we have Michael Cooper, son of John Cooper, who passed away tragically, but has traveled all around the world providing medical services to people. Anybody want to guess who this guy is on the right? Is that the astronaut? It is not. That is Bob Smith, retired fire chief. I know. And veteran, and I didn't even believe it either. I had to do the squint thing and he looked that good one time? He knows I love him. We have a great partnership. And then and the gentleman in the middle is Kristen Kowal, who is currently serving in the conflict right now as we speak. So prayers for him. But on all the way up and down Baldwin, we are going to celebrate our hometown heroes. And if you want to sponsor one, we have a few left, but not many. We want you to take your kids. We want you to take your friends and walk down there and get an ice cream cone or sit at the new park and learn about these people. Understand the sacrifice they made, because these are our true heroes. And that's what we're about. So with all of this great news, it's really difficult to believe that there could be another side. But I think, as most of you know, there is. And we caught one of these people just recently. This is quick. Check this out.
You know, everybody knows that Orion Township is a great place to live. One of the best in the state, if not the country. But my job is to make sure we keep them humble. I've employed a few friends, and we work the Lake Orion chat room just to make sure everyone, especially their local leaders, understands it's not always as great as it seems. I'll show you what I mean. The Board of Trustees does a fantastic job managing green space and development. Not today. They sure do have a roundabout way of doing it, don't they? Over here, let's see. Supervisor Chris Barnett is a tremendous leader representing our community. No. I heard he hates cats. Supervisor Barnett is not as good as his much talented and better looking brother who runs Rochester Hills. Heart emoji. Love living in Orion Township. Great feel of community. Great feel of community. Traffic on M24 was worse than usual today. Am I right? Watch that one go. It's a great time. Keeps me busy, but you know what? It's my job to keep them humble.
All right. I guess, thank you, Brian. We were trying to find the anti-hero, and it was really easy. But I want to close with a little bit of seriousness, because we're laughing because that happens every single day, doesn't it? And I hope it's really not Brian with 7 alter egos and laptops, but I will find out if it is. But aren't we better than that? You know, what I want to live in is a community that shows up for each other, that lifts each other up. And of course, we will have dissent. Of course, we will have people that don't agree with the next development or the next roundabout. But we can be respectful. I want to live in a community that does that. I want to be in a community that shows up for each other, that lifts each other up. Do you? Yeah. And I'll tell you, you heard a little bit about it from Elena Campbell, and you heard about it, Matt Gibb, but they started something. They started something downtown called Illuminators, and it's not just subject to downtown. It's not even just an Orion thing. It can be anything. But who wants to be an illuminator, right? Yeah. We can do this different. We don't have to be Anytown USA where we beat each other up on social media. And I don't want to preach, but I did listen to a good preacher on Sunday, and I was sitting right over there where Battalion Chief Hagan is. And Jim Dalkey said on Sunday, we weren't meant to be keyboard warriors sitting behind our keyboards judging everyone. We were designed for more. And I instantly pulled out my phone and typed that because I'm like, that is exactly right. So I want to end kind of where we started. That amazing hero, the most valiant hero I've ever met in real life, Flo Groberg. Heroes don't exist. It's human nature. It's in us. But we are required to act. And that's what I did. So I ask you, what will you do? What will we do? Friends, the state of our community has never been stronger. But it's not because of the township board or because of me. It's because of you, our people, our heroes. It's because thousands of people choose every single day to show up for each other. So I'm asking you to join me. And if you are going to join me, you can take one of those shirts. It says, be kind. By the way, that credit goes trademark to Jack Lovett, who's one of our trustees, who says that at every board meeting is his comment, do something kind for a neighbor. Take one of those shirts when you leave, because that is what we're starting here today. It's already started. It's already going. This community is already doing it, but we're doubling down and tripling down. We are going to be the community known for looking out for each other. So as we leave this place, take a look out in the lobby at these stars. All these stars are written on young people who their heroes are. And you don't see a lot of Superman or superheroes. You see a lot of amazing heroes that are right around in their circle. And I also want to thank, once again, my amazing team, our amazing team, your amazing team, for the effort they put into this. Where's Maria and Sam? And Lizzie is out of town, but they're in the booth. And then the team at Woodside who puts up with us. There's no Peter Pan outfit. There's no zip line. Maybe next year. But we wanted this to be a focus on what do we want to be about. And so thank you, friends. Thank you, Team Woodside. Downstairs after this, you're going to see this, the sponsors, because I'm getting off the stage. But we have amazing restaurants that gave free food. Thank them with your business. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being part of something amazing, and we are on a movement. Thank you, Orion. Take a look at this. As one more thing to watch as we close. Thank you.
True